existed before the dragons came along, but the dragons seemed to have widened it, roughly shoving the foliage away on all sides as they walked through. Unfortunately, much of the displaced debris had fallen directly on the path, so Martin and Philip and Britt said, "Your Excellency, we needed to wake your people up to heal them, but we didn't want them to ask a lot of questions about where they..."
About taxes and stuff.
It took £100.
Oh wow, bloody hell. That's a lot.
This one, Rudy said. Why? Rudy looked to the sub. If he cooperates, I'll send him to Norway. If not, he'll go to Russia. Where would you rather be tried for murder? Excellent strategy.
Why did the parents move out? And Mrs. Mackenzie had a hard time explaining. I'm sure we can speculate. I'm sure as kids they both had ponies on a judge's salary. I'm sure all Wyoming kids have ponies. There are more ponies than kids. It was a metaphor. It was a purely local trip. Mule Crossing was just down the road, and Rose lived just west of the turn. But in reality, it took two whole...
You happy with what? We haven't got space for a 5-seat sofa. Oh, what's a...
Can you hear anything yet, Micah? What are you doing?
When Malcolm laughed at her, she frowned and clamped her mouth shut. When Alice came back, she said, "Have you seen any rubbish bins here?" "No, nor have I. But when I wanted one,
Something like a depth sensor, which is what enables Face ID. Something like that. It's easy to imagine it in a headset like HoloLens.
It's not that good. Renee Ritchie, pick of the week. So I have two picks. I hastily added one. We started talking about Netflix original programming because so much of it is so good. And this weekend, I've been meaning to do this forever, but this weekend I finally broke down. I think that if they release the Mac Pro as a rack-mountable modular system, the Mac Mini would probably be short-lived after that because the main use, I mean, almost.
He's half convinced that if she knew the whole truth, above all that Cyrano sold her on Mitchell as he more or less is, and without his urging, knowledge, or consent, she'd forgive him.
Don't stand on your glasses.
What's wrong? What's
Stay
wrong?
there.
See?
Stay there.
By orders of magnitude. And it utilized this brawny brainscape to crack the deepest secrets of material science and molecular chemistry through sheer acts of intellect.
Just have a look. It says been on holiday. But it might be able to come round next week.
Especially vulnerable with something like Spotify, where there's only a limited number of months that someone's going to want to pay 10 or 15 bucks a month to two different organizations for the same music library, ostensibly. And I think the only thing that's keeping a lot of people on Spotify is the question of how do I move my playlist.